All right, everybody. I just want to kind of make the assumption here that one of my mutuals slash allies were right about this person from 2 months ago. And let me tell you, this is the exact same person that changed from Spice Wannabe Cat to this. And I'm also going to post this on my second channel on my YouTube so you guys could able to understand all of this. In recap, this person is one of the peanut gallery folks who are on the side of Vox of an artist that I will never ever support ever again after disrespecting to a friend that everybody should know who is now welcomed into my new lot or in the new space that they're in now, which is my own channel. And and obviously with the second channel, I don't know, but as you can see, I managed to do a full-on call out onto them, and I said this. I'm just going to put this on my second account, which I don't want this to be on my main account on Instagram. But Spice Wannabe Cat just changed their appearance. I know for a fact they're trying to get away from the lies that they did onto a person that I know who are now in a much better place, away from the shenanigans that Spice Wannabe Cat brought upon themselves, and also along with the peanut gallery that Vox has caused to split up the fans that knows that person specifically, that I know them now, that they're not the P word, if you know what I mean. And then I put this to put them in my perspective as a recap for my main account. They were the ones who made this post, and this post to be believable. Luckily, thanks to my friends and some mutuals for gathering information about this entire lie, the lie has been debunked by yours truly from this post and this post. Now, to be clear, what they did along with the other creators that I will never follow again. Let's mention about my following real quick. Shall we? And as I did this, I put this note up to basically, well, we'll talk about that later. Um, as you can see from my following, it has gone down from 1,000 something or 2,000. I think it was 2,000 following. Now down to this much, but soon it's gonna go down even further because I'm getting tired of being associated with people who doesn't understand shit. Basically doesn't understand shit about life in general, if that makes more sense. So what I did here, and if we go all the way back up here, because what I'm doing here is showing you guys what they did exactly. This is absolutely pathetic. Um, Let me go back to here real quick. Now, to be very clear, what they did, along with the other creators that I will not ever follow again, made the lie believable as a poor argument fallacy, is absolutely diabolical from the start. Sure, the whole thing was a mess back in 2025, but that doesn't change the fact that we all knew a fact. We all know for a fact, as soon as they tried to ruin my friend's reputation on purpose just to get away from the posts that they have done, is absolutely pathetic. My friend, who was falsely in the wrong, needed help to understand what's going on, and I gladly accepted them as who they are when they started to mature after 2 months. Now, some of you may think that he fully got banned off of Instagram, but in reality, he already moved on from this hellhole that he was in because of me helping him to understand and accept that it did happen. And so this person and individual, if you're somehow seeing this and looked at the stories that I put up recently on this account from the posts and stories that I put on my main account from 2 months ago, and even the aftermath live stream that I did last month on my main YouTube channel, you're a horrible person to take advantage of the entire fiasco and twist up the narrative on your own perspective to make the lie that you created believable, to try to attack on my friend who was in pain by all of this, and they have redeemed themselves. Not only that, you know that Smoltra Art was the corrected pedophile to begin with. I was the one who reported Smolter Art when I heard about it, and he's already banned off of Instagram respectively. So for those who don't remember, Smolter Art was the corrected profile who I managed to get rid of, and I know for a fact that they were I don't know. They were not the type of person you want to be associated with. And some people keep on saying like that the friend that I would not say again uh was trying to be associated with them, but in reality it was someone else that we don't know who it was up until one of the mutuals slash friends' own post that they did, and it was them who got associated by that person, and sadly they were actually the true victims of Smolter Art, not the friend that is mentioned in here. So your own lie that you created from almost 2 months ago has already been debunked by me, because at the end of the day, fallacies are absolute dog shit. Also, one more thing, some people are starting to figure out blah blah blah. But yeah, so right here is where it gets interesting. Right after I did this, they started doing this. Like seriously. And I had to do all this. You could stop and pause and look at it for yourself. And I had to mention these two, Monkey Boy and Daniel. Again, thanks to them for providing the biggest, most important information possible, because without them, this entire thing wouldn't exist exactly. So I had to call them out for what they have done, because I didn't have the time to do so, but it is the perfect right time just to do so. And here's the rest right here. And then this is my own argument about this. If you guys don't know, Vox literally called this on their own Discord server, which, to my own opinion, it's absolute dog shit. Like, seriously, it's literally dog shit to my own opinion. And for those who may agree with me on this one, because this is absolute dog shit. So, in that response, what I did is absolutely dog shit still. Like, literally. And I said this, okay, let me ask you this question, blah, blah, blah. So basically, I'm trying to counter their own argument for what they are doing. And I said, guess what? What is a fallacy? So for those who don't understand what a fallacy is, it's a fallacy. Okay, fallacies are fallacies that are bad arguments that doesn't fit in the narrative of the actual statement, the actual true partial reasoning of that statement to exist. So, for example, the easiest fallacy that I can think of based on the video that I made was red herring, missing the point. And this is a good example right here. And as well as another fallacy that I just looked up not that long ago, I couldn't even think of or remember, but I know what it was, but I just can't think of it right now. But either way, the rest goes as it goes. And this is exactly what I said, and I still stand by this. If Vox did not do this and made that announcement, they could have straight went to Monkey Boy and Daniel to talk this entire thing out, to understand what was going on. And as it turns out, as I con on into this entire thing, when I was talking with Kyoto and all that, it's just so diabolical. And thank goodness that Kyoto started to talk with the person that you get the jizz. But anyway, so the rest goes as goes right here. And then all of a sudden they finally start looking at my main account. And you guys remember this image, obviously, when I had to shave all my hair. Because it was hot during the time of summer 2025, and my hair is not really good, so I had to shave it all off. So you kind of get the point now. And then the rest goes as goes, and then they put up this entire video. And by the way, I had to make sure I always brush my own teeth as best as I can. So yeah, there goes that. And then the rest goes as goes. And then I said, this says the one who fucking dick rides dictators down to the bottom of the abyss, which obviously it goes to show. And then all of a sudden they go right towards the day after of the very first No Kings protests. That is a different story for another time. And then also I forgot to mention this. This is absolutely diabolical. This is the most diabolical thing that they ever done. Honestly, if you really think about it, they are worse than my stalkers. If that makes more sense, to this degree. And yes, I had to do the counter argument thing right here and all that. So. And then right here, I forgot to mention, I put up the callouts, especially these ones from Daniel and Monkey Boy, to basically, prove them wrong. And by the way, I have the video of Monkey Boy calling them out when they were still the Spice Wannabe Cat, because there's a lot of stuff that it's so diabolical, dude. And by the way, this is the longest video I ever done, so yeah. I think this would be posted on my second channel. I don't know, because I don't feel like posting it on my usual, if that makes more sense. I don't know. And then they said this, is that you should type a paragraph on why, should be uncancelled, quote unquote. And then I would change my mind 5 paragraphs. I was like, it does not matter. Based on your actions, this is the last time I will say to them. This is the last time I will interact with them. Based on your actions, what you are doing is pathetic and completely diabolical. You have no place to be on the internet to be disrespecting people who have their own lives, especially my own life. Because at the end of the day, all levels of bullying in this world need to fucking go, and that starts with you. And let me tell you, karma is a fucking bitch, and she will kick your ass for all the things that you have done. Sure, you are cool, quote unquote, when you first popped up, but that doesn't change the fact that that your own true colors are starting to come out. Or should I say you were cool? Got anything else to say? Did this, and then I said this. Would you look at the time? It's time for me to go. So yeah, again, do not, like I said, do not fucking listen to these motherfuckers, because at the end of the day, what they want to do is to basically clown on you for not knowing who the fuck you are until the role starts to fucking change up the ways how things are. Because again, once they are getting the karma that they deserve, this will show that they know it is wrong for them for what they have done to, the entire situation that happened 2 months ago. And again, I would never forgive those who doesn't understand on why that it is. Because there's a couple of us, or maybe the fans, or most of the fans of that person specifically who I'm friends with now, are still worried about him up to this day, which kudos to you guys. I know the pain that your guys are in, but at the end of the day, we have to accept the fact that he's not coming back for a lot of reasons, because he made the right decision to not come back to this, because these dumbasses like this that will try to shame on you for existing. That's it. They're trying to demonize you for existing in the first place, and that I do not accept. I do not condone this whatsoever. And not only that, another person from the peanut gallery from Vox were doxing them that I will never appreciate at all, should also go fuck themselves by karma themselves and see what happens. Because soon, once they start to realize, once they are gone, especially Vox themselves, once they are gone, that is it. They're gone. They're donezo. They're cooked. And hopefully they're gone, because we can't let these motherfuckers exist on the platform doing this shitty act of being a bully who, I don't know, because we don't know if they're graduated or not. That's the weird ass question, right? Anyway, that's enough for me. This is a call out on to this person individual, and I hope they get karma for what they deserve.